Hey guys, this is Erin from Doug and Erin Go Outside. On a hike this weekend with my Wild Women Wanderers group on the Trail of Giving for Georgia, raising money and fighting against colon cancer, I was reminded of one of my favorite things. I like to call them God stairs. Now these are those rocks and limbs that seem to be placed by God as a path in order to be able to climb and descend from great mountains. The stone steps found on the mountain hiking paths across North Georgia are actually masterfully designed wilderness structures that were built to endure extreme environmental conditions. In the 1930s, the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club was created. Shortly after that, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt established the Civilian Conservation Corps. These were young workers who came to the North Georgia mountains with iron pry bars, heavy strength ropes, and their own strength in order to place these massive stone steps on those early trails such as Blood Mountain. The Wilderness Act of 1991 is where Congress designated areas such as Blood Mountain with strict rules to ban motorized vehicles and power tools. This keeping the trail preservation methods virtually unchanged since the 1930s. Now, these stone steps are very important. First of all, and most importantly, they combat severe erosion. North Georgia has a lot of annual rainfall, and this funnels down the pass and acts like a water slide and actually gouges out the trail. So these massive boulders, they're called check steps, they actually flatten the slope and they force the water off of the trail, mitigating the foot traffic. With thousands of hikers and day trippers visiting the trails each year, this loose soil is constantly being churned up. These heavy rock staircases anchor the earth permanently, and this is preventing the path from collapsing underneath all of that boot impact. And lastly, it prevents the trail from widening. When the mud and the loose debris make the slope slippery, hikers naturally step to the sides. But the sides damages that sensitive alpine plants and widens the footprint of the destruction. The flat stone stairs offer solid traction and it encourages hikers to stay centered. Now, as stated earlier, the maintenance for it has not changed in almost 100 years. So there is still the Georgia Appalachian Trail Club rock crew who are dedicated volunteers who are trained in advanced stone masonry and heavy wilderness rigging in order to maintain our trail. Something to keep in mind is that some of these boulders can be as heavy as over 400 pounds. They also maintain it by moving out mountain debris, leaves, mud, and other things that can collect on the base. These are tools, and this is something interesting that I learned that will allow us to be able to go up to see views such as these. This is Erin from Doug and Erin Go Outside, and remember, go outside.